So once we receive the samples into Addenbrooke's, into the treatment centre, so for any of you that are visitors or would like to come and visit us, we live on level 6 of the treatment centre in Addenbrooke's. So the sample is dropped off at our specimen reception, and our specimen reception team will book in the sample, so they will check all the patient demographics and enter these into our LIMS system, so our laboratory information system. They will also resolve any discrepancies. Any leaky samples are redirected straight down to the lab for them to clean up. Issues can be resolved by the duty scientist or our scientific support officers. Once the sample's been booked in, our SSOs, so our scientific support officers, will then review the referral and look at the eligibility. They will then contact people for any information that might be missing. The duty scientist, so someone like myself, will confirm that the correct testing has been activated and that the sample is eligible for testing. Once this has all been booked in, our sample is collected by our culture team, who will then take it down to the laboratory to inspect and clean up, ready for DNA extraction. So as I mentioned earlier, no material of fetal sample origin samples are quite common in early pregnancy losses. We often just get samples which are mainly sort of clots and occasionally maternal decidua, but we know it's tricky collecting those very early gestation pregnancy losses. So we will always look at them and try and extract any material that could be of fetal origin. So once we've cleaned up that material, DNA is extracted and stored in the laboratory if the testing is not appropriate, and if it is appropriate, it will get sent for microarray. But any remaining DNA will still be stored. So here's one of our lab team cleaning up the samples. So we have these dissecting microscopes, and we're looking for CV fronds, so chorionoid-villus-like fronds. And we will also clean up and remove as much of the maternal material, so blood clots, from these villi as possible. So this is very much for our team like cleaning up a chorionic villus sample from a prenatal. We want nice, clean, white, creamy fronds with minimal blood staining, because this can cause maternal cell contamination, which can impact testing. So all products of conception samples, so those early gestation losses up to sort of 13 weeks or so, which you can come to us called labelled as a POC, are returned to the referring hospital for sensitive disposal. This is a Human Tissue Act requirement. We don't store any tissues on site. It's mainly so that we don't have to maintain a licence, because for any of you are aware, it's quite a difficult process to maintain your HTA licence. So the sample is sent back to the referring hospital because it may contain fetal parts. The placental tissues are disposed of by the laboratory, and any samples with requests to be returned for burial are honoured wherever possible.